The Bahamas Unified Bus Drivers Union is actively involved in the unified busing system here in New Providence. Lloyd Allen is live on Frederick Street with the team. Good morning again, Lloyd.
Yes, good morning again, LaDon. Good morning, Bahamas. This morning is by no surprise we're at the bus terminal in the downtown street area. This is Frederick Street North. This morning I'm joined by Corval Colberg. He's the General Secretary for the Bahamas Unified Bus Drivers Union. Talking to us a little bit about that unified bus system recently announced. Now, of course, it's some good news. I'm sure it's intended to really bring about greater order throughout the system, but there are some challenges that exist. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right, so talk to us a little bit about some of those challenges.
Well, the challenges lies that the government is spending close to $800,000, of course, they have a loan from the IBD, on the system. When, okay, what happened to the present system? Where's the structural work for the present system? You went ahead and put down bus stops for the Route 17 to say you're going to test for data to unify the system. When you already have existing bus routes on this route with no bus stops, there's no bus stop on these routes, like the 16, which is Carmichael, the 19, which is Nassau Village, 11, Fox Hill, 15, which runs the whole eastern side into Winton. There is no proper bus stop or proper shelter for the people to stand. You spend $800,000 saying you're going to do a test. But, okay, what are you testing for? Say data analysts to unify the system when the problem is you guys. Assistant Controller Bradley Smith said that, the people should not be putting their hand out, the buses should not come to them like a taxi. Well, if you had put down the proper system, put down the proper infrastructure so the people could stand on the bus stop where the buses will be able to park on the side and lay by, you don't have that problem. Over the last 10 years, between both the PLP and the FNM governments, they've been putting down sidewalks, high sidewalks where the buses cannot park on the side. If you had done your work, which is give the construction companies and allow them to put the lay-by in the road, the buses will be able to park on the side of the road. So the problem that the Bahamas Unified Bus Drivers Union have is that you're now spending this money saying that you're going to go do a test to unify the system, hiring private consulting, when you could point to any bus driver that's been on this road for over 20 to 30 years that will be able to give you data as to what is needed, but yet you don't want to do what is right. When it rains in this country, it really rains. The people have nowhere to stand. Downtown on the Huffers bus stop at Frederick Street, when it rains, the people have to run underneath them old abandoned buildings, which is downtown. When the people are on the road, where do they stand? Under a tree, under somebody building? No, that cannot work.
So, Mr. Colberg, obviously, we know that this is a pilot project that was launched. Some good information coming out of it, like the fact that customers are being asked to have specific change as they enter the bus. Customers are being notified that buses will be on a 15-minute launch system. But, of course, you're still saying that there is still some consultation that is needed from your end.
Well, the consultation would have been better if you to talk to the drivers, we would have been able to tell you what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Because the problem is, when it comes to that change thing, it lies with people always, for some strange reason, like to carry big bills. All right? So, yeah, it's always a constant back and forth for years between the drivers and the passengers. Come on, you're supposed to pay as you enter, and you need correct change. That will be constant. Now, the other part we was saying...
well, the other component, again, the buses being on a 15-minute relay system.
Well, if that's why they really need to talk to the bus drivers. Many people do not know time. You will have a person jump on a bus 5 minutes to 9 saying that they have to be to work for 9:20, coming out the east and expect you to make it to downtown in 20 minutes for them. So, yeah, the time would be nice, but many people do not know time. Now, when they talk about too much cars on the road, that's just behemoths on the whole, whereas they want their own things. All right? They want the money in their hands, so they want to rather jump in their own car and say they want to go where they want to go.
Well, one thing I can definitely say, from a personal experience, I've traveled to different places, and I've traveled on buses, like in places like New York, sure. Miami. I know they have a schedule that buses launch by. So even for those tourists that use the bus system, wouldn't you think that would work for them?
It would work for the tourists, but they say it would work for the average Bahamian, no. As I said, Bahamians are on a different time. We're not on the U.S. time, we're not on Jamaican time, we're on Bahamian time. Bahamian time, that's a weird time. We have senior drivers. I've been driving for over 8 years. And I've been noticed that, hey, you got to be to work for 8 o'clock 8:45, they're trying to jump on a bus. 8:46, they're rushing the driver, trying to tell the driver, driver, I got to be the work.
But of course, I think, again, as you're asking, obviously, for further consultation, one of those things that you're suggesting is, again, to hear from the drivers some of those key concerns. And again, if there were some top concerns you would say from drivers, what would those top concerns be?
Well, consultation, talk to the drivers. The drivers are here. You have drivers who have been on this road from 20, 30 years. We just consultation is what we want. Proper bus stops down, whereas we will not be harassed by the Royal Bahamas Police Force. A driver should not be ticketed saying you're obstructing traffic if there's no bus stop on that road. You go on many of these routes, there's no bus stops. Okay? The bus stops that are down will be few and far between. You might have a route with one bus stop. So you're going to spend $800,000, spend the money that we pay as taxpayers, because every year we have to renew our badges. Every year these buses have to be licensed. Actually, twice a year these buses have to be licensed. Every year the police want to ticket a driver. Some drivers pay over $1,000 in fine a year. Why? Because they have to pick up the passengers on the side of the road, put down the proper infrastructure. $800,000? So you're going to go test a route? Come on, man. Let's be fair. That is what the union wants. We want the government to do what is right and put down the proper infrastructure. October, we sent in 3 letters to the Minister of Transportation, Renwick Wells. 1, dealing with new bus stands, the complete work on how much it would cost to make bus stands. 2, bus stops where they should be. And, of course, one very important thing, bathroom facilities for bus drivers. We drive around 13 hours of the day. There's no proper bathroom structure for us to go. Nowhere. You have to go sometimes either in a restaurant like Burger King or in a gas station. That is not right. Okay?
Now, one of those things, and I agree with you, those are some valid concerns there, but one of those things that I've observed, even as a former transit on the bus system, the music. Sometimes the music seems to be out of control, and even the way, the manner some of the buses drives, I think it leaves much to be desired. So those are some good things that could change, I think, again, considering the kinds of people that drive buses. You have kids and whatnot. What do you say to that?
Well, the problem with the music is an internal problem. That's where the lack of road traffic is the problem. There is no manpower at road traffic. I just had a meeting with the controller, Bradley Sands, on Monday, me and my assistant here. And he has no manpower. Road traffic has a serious lack of manpower, which it comes right back down to the Minister of Transportation, Renwick Wells. Proper law enforcement of the busing system falls on the Road Traffic Department. But you cannot tell the controller to do his job if he does not have manpower. And he does not have vehicles. They have one car to patrol the whole entire 21 by 7 island. That cannot work. Why is it that road traffic doesn't have any manpower? Okay, they comes out, they do a spot check, and then they got to go back to go do other work down the road traffic. So I think there's about 20 to 30 people that are missing that should be on the street. We know years ago they used to have road traffic supervisors on the road, but man, you can hardly see them. They will come in the morning, say like from 6 o'clock to 7:30, and then they're gone. And that's where the racing starts because, well, if there is nobody to enforce the law, say that the Royal Bahamas Police Force does not have no more patrol cars, crime will be out of hand. All right? So that's what the problem is. The loud music and the racing could be stopped one shot if road traffic had the manpower to police the road, to check the buses, and boom, they wouldn't have that problem. Now, when it's dealing with music, that's the easy thing. Okay? Road traffic had came in and checked all the buses, and all the music was taken out the buses. So we the union, are talking to our drivers to tell them, please, keep the music down to low and respect the citizens, especially our senior citizens who are dead to us.
Now, some good information there, and of course we will continue with this conversation. But LaDon, of course, this is a developing story, and we will do all we can to do as much to get to the bottom of understanding the needs of drivers as the government seeks to transform the system. But reporting back to you in studio, Lloyd Allen.